दिल्ली पब्लिक स्कूल में लेगेट्यू 23 अंतर्राष्ट्रीय राजनयिक शिखर सम्मेलन में आज दिखे दीनू मोरिया। फुलबाड़ी के दिल्ली पब्लिक स्कूल में एक महत्वपूर्ण और अनूठा मॉडल यूनाइटेड नेशन और शिखर सम्मेलन लेगेट्यू 23 का आयोजन किया गया। यह सम्मेलन 2 से 4 नवंबर 2023 तक 3 दिनों के लिए किया गया था।
This program is brought to you by
डियर साप्ताहिक लॉटरी केवल 6 रुपैयाँमा अनि जित्नुहोस् पहिलो पुरस्कार 1 करोड रुपैयाँ। डियर साप्ताहिक लॉटरी भाग्य बदलिने बाटो।
फुलबाड़ी के दिल्ली पब्लिक स्कूल के परिसर में यह आयोजन बहुत ही भव्य तरीके से किया गया। यहाँ पर सार्वजनिक बोलने की कौशल को बढ़ावा देने और साथ ही वहाँ कूटनीति, नेतृत्व और अन्य अनेक विषयों पर विचार विमर्श किया गया। आज इस बारे में जानकारी देने के लिए डीपीएस के टीचर्स के साथ भारतीय अभिनेता डीनू मोरिया मौजूद थे। क्या कुछ कहा उन्होंने आज के इस कार्यक्रम में, आइए जानते हैं।
When I was in Karnataka, I used to play tennis under 14, and then I took up basketball and football, and I was playing for my school and my college and university. So if I didn't start modeling and if I didn't become an actor, maybe I would have continued with sports, maybe. But everything happened so fast for me. I was also at a crossroads when I finished my 10th standard and going into college. I was also like any other confused student कि अब क्या करें, whether to do commerce or science, because I really didn't know what I wanted to be. I never knew that I wanted to be that doctor or that engineer. और ना ही मेरे parents ने मुझे कहीं force किया. They said you find your way, it will come to you and you decide. And fortunately for me, things happened to me and I started earning money, and then I started using my brains and figuring out how to use that money and make the money grow. And that's it, one thing led to another. My path sort of found its own way. So I was fortunate.
So it's been like 2 decades since
Yes.
you're in this field.
Yes.
So what is the shift that you have experienced in this 20 years?
You know, like everything else in life evolves, so does your work and so do you. So right from my thought process about work to the work I do, everything has changed tremendously. You have ups, downs, you look at work differently, you have different perspectives. So there are many changes. It's just always evolving. Even the work is evolving. The work is changing. I mean, when we were acting and doing many films, there was no social media. Now there's social media. So a person can become a star in one day. We had to take time to become, we had to do many movies to become that, so-called film star. Or one film would become a huge success and you become a film star. Today, people put out some Instagram videos and they become stars. Right? They're not even, they're influencers.
Yes.
They're social media stars, they're celebrities. So everything has changed, everything has evolved. And so have I. So my worldview keeps changing all the time.
so some tips or advice to students
Yes.
you like to give.
Have fun. Enjoy life. You're young. Just have fun. Because कहीं ना कहीं जो आपको करना है जिंदगी में, it will present itself in front of you. One day it will present itself in you. और मेरे ये मानना है कि the harder you work and you are serious about what you do, the opportunity will come. You just have to pick it. You have to see it and pick it. But have fun. Don't forget to have fun.
Sir, from
I
being
want to
a-
ask one question.
Yes, you can ask.
आप कई लोगों के दिलों की धड़कन है
अच्छा.
और दिल से आपसे ये सवाल कि जब आप DPS में when you enter inside,
जी.
what would you say about DPS and for the student of DPS from your heart?
First thing when I entered the gate was I saw my picture and I said, ये बढ़िया स्कूल है. No, but then from the outside I actually saw the whole structure and the expanse of the school, and it's great to see. I love seeing big schools because when I see big schools, it means a lot of space. It means the students have ample space. They're not tucked in one corner and stuffed in a room. The weather's nice. Everything is good here. It looks so great. It looks really good. It reminds me of when I studied in Bangalore. I studied in army school, and there was large schools, and everyone had just fantastic space. You could run, you could play, you could climb trees, you could do whatever you want. And this gives me that feel. So it's great to see such a big school.
Sir, from showcasing your talent in Bollywood to coming and acting in OTT,
Yeah.
how has the journey been? Because from being on movies and then you've opted for OTTs and web series.
Yeah.
So, kaisa? How is it?
The journey is always wonderful. I love being in front of a camera and acting. I'm looking, I mean, I can see his camera on also, so I'm just doing my bit, you know. I love being in front of a camera. I love playing characters. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy waking up and going to work. For me, it's only the size of the screen has changed from a big screen to a TV screen, because OTT is that platform which comes into everybody's house. It's like TV. And now we have mobile phones and iPads and all those other things where you can watch stuff. So for me, it's only a change in the medium of how you watch it. And the next movie I do will probably be back on big screen. So it's, for me, I'm acting. It's how you view it. You view it on OTT or you view it in the theatre. You know, it's your experience will be different.
So from acting in 50 plus films and
Yeah.
then playing different characters in all those movies, what was your favorite genre to play? Like horror or romance or something on that?
To be
lines?
honest, the last show I did called Empire,
Yes.
where I played Shevani Khan, the this Mughal king, who was the antagonist to Babur. That was one of the best characters I've played in my life, because that gave me something to really, you know, get into. But having said that, I don't. All the other movies that I've been a part of have had something. Like even my first film was just excitement to do Pyar Bhi Kabhi Kabhi, which is one of the songs is a popular Nepali folk song. Musu Musu Hase.
Yes.
That's the one.
So, we have one more question from.
Yeah.
हेलो सर,
Hi.
श्रेयांशी।
Hi.
सो सर, दिल्ली पब्लिक स्कूल के द्वारा हम देखते हैं कि हर बार कुछ नया इनिशिएटिव लिया जाता है, तो इस बार लिगाशिया 23 का यहाँ पर किया गया, तो इस इनिशिएटिव को लेकर क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
इस इनिशिएटिव को लेकर मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि बहुत बढ़िया इनिशिएटिव है, क्योंकि एक ऐसा अगर मॉक सिचुएशन बनाते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को, सो इट्स ग्रेट फॉर स्टूडेंट्स टू कम आउट एंड प्रिटेंड और एक्ट टू बी दीज UN candidates. You call them legislators? Delegates. UN delegates, because you're setting them up for life. Because even though ये एक mock process है, तो ये पूरी तैयारी के साथ आ जाते हैं, बातें करते हैं, आर्ग्यू करते हैं, बहस करते हैं, exposure भी मिलता है. So I think it's fantastic to give students these opportunities, because they're excited about it. और जब कोई excited है, then they do homework. और पूरे homework के साथ करके, because you never know, 3 years, 4 years hence in life, अगर by chance ये one student wants to go to UN and talk, तो already एक kind of एक rehearsal उन्होंने कर चुका है यहाँ पे. So इस तरह की जो mock situations है बहुत बढ़िया है. जो मैं याद कर सकता हूँ, एक तो मैं बहुत बदमाश था, बहुत ही बड़ा बदमाश था स्कूल में. Every time I used to walk into class, I always used to go and look for the back bench. I don't know why, because I knew I was mischievous. I was a very mischievous student. But somehow the teachers loved me, and the classmates, all my classmates loved me, and I did really well, even though I used to create mischief. I did really well in school. So I studied hard. I worked really hard. I loved sports when I was in school. So for me, पढ़ाई के साथ साथ मेरा स्पोर्ट्स में काफ़ी इन्वॉल्वमेंट था. I used to practice a lot. I used to train a lot, and I feel that is very important, and I'm happy I did that. और मैं इसी बात को भी बहुत खुश हूँ कि जो मेरे टीचर्स थे उन लोगों ने बहुत इनकरेज किया था मुझे उस समय स्पोर्ट्स में, and to push me, because it makes you fitter, it makes you better, it makes you healthy. So all these things I remember when I was in school. I have many memories of school, and they're very clear and very vivid.
Okay, sir.
सर डीपीएस में स्पोर्ट्स सेक्शन बहुत ही अच्छे हैं, वो
जी.
बच्चों को बहुत ही ज्यादा इंकरेज करते हैं स्पोर्ट्स में.
जी.
तो लेकिन अभी जो देखा जा रहा है ना कि बच्चों पढ़ाई करो, डॉक्टर बनो, इंजीनियर बनो, तो आप एक फिटनेस फ्रीक है,
जी.
तो आप क्या एडवाइस देंगे बाकी स्कूल के लिए, या फिर एक है ना कि स्पोर्ट्स भी रखिए पास में और बहुत सारे सेक्शन रखिए,
जी.
एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलम एक्टिविटी, जिससे बच्चे खिल सके और ज्यादा खिल सके. डीपीएस बहुत अच्छा कर रही है स्पोर्ट्स में, बिसाइड एजुकेशन. आप क्या बोलोगे?
मेरा ये मानना है कि एक्चुअली तब से जब मैं स्कूल में था और अब बहुत बदलाव आ चुका है. बिकॉज इवन पेरेंट्स टुडे आर नॉट फोर्सिंग दिस किड्स टू से कि इंजीनियर बनो, डॉक्टर बनो, ये फलाना बनो. मुझे लगता है काफ़ी पेरेंट्स आजकल उनके बच्चों को फ्रीडम देते हैं, बिकॉज किड्स हैव सो मच एक्सेस टू इन्फॉर्मेशन। वो जानते हैं बहुत जल्दी कि मैं क्या बनना चाहता हूँ, ये क्या बनना चाहती है। स्कूल कैन ओनली फैसिलिटेट, स्कूल कैन गिव यू दीज ऑप्शंस। मेरे ख्याल से टीचर्स आपको फोर्स नहीं करेंगे, टीचर्स यहाँ आपको बताएंगे कि आप इसके लिए सही हैं तो आप ये कर लीजिए, क्योंकि एज एन एडल्ट दे सी हाउ यू आर ग्रोइंग अप। तो इस सेक्शन में भी बदलाव बहुत आ चुका है। इवन द वे टीचर्स आर लुकिंग एट स्टूडेंट्स टुडे, अ लॉट ऑफ देम फ्रॉम व्हाट मोस्ट ऑफ द एजुकेशन सेंटर्स आई हैव बीन टू and the teachers have spoken to, they are molding kids and pushing a lot of sports and pushing a lot of fitness. और मैं मानता हूँ कि स्पोर्ट्स और फिटनेस इसलिए अहम है, not because you'll become a sports star, but because if you're physically fit, you're mentally also very fit. So it goes hand in hand. ऐसा ना हो कि अगर आप सिर्फ पढ़ाई करेंगे और बाहर नहीं जाएंगे and you don't become physically active, then it's not going to help you. So it's great that schools are encouraging sports. At least go out and play. You have to go out and play. Like जब हम बच्चे थे, even my parents used to say go out and play. और यहाँ पे एक खासियत है कि आपके पास जगह है. When you go to cities like Mumbai, जहाँ जगह बिल्कुल नहीं है, kids go back from school and they're playing but on video games. They're not actually physical. Not many of them are out physically playing, and that is, I feel, not healthy at all.
So in this sedentary lifestyle, आप encourage कर रहे हो बच्चों को जाके बाहर खेलने के लिए, which is indeed आजकल सभी को ये करना चाहिए, and not just बच्चे, even we should
Yes.
take out time for ourselves, and a form of self love भी हमें practice करनी चाहिए, which is like through physically being active. One more question I would want to ask you: if not an actor, what would have you been? अब क्या होते?
Honestly, like I was telling the teachers inside earlier, that I used to play sports very professionally. When I was in Karnataka, I used to play tennis under 14, and then I took up basketball and football, and I was playing for my school and my college and university. So if I didn't start modeling and if I didn't become an actor, maybe I would have continued with sports, maybe. But everything happened so fast for me. I was also at a crossroads when I finished my 10th standard co-educational schools in India. So to be here is quite an honor for me, and to interact with these students is great. The Vidya Bharati Foundation, they have 3 different schools, if I'm not mistaken, 3, right? Delhi Public School, Siliguri Fulbari, and Jokasan in Calcutta. So it's amazing. I mean, anyone who's helping in education, I think, is always forward and good, and we need to respect and thank them, because the more schools, the better, the more children get educated. And this is the basis of any young kid growing up, is a good education. So I'm thankful to the foundation for providing so many students a fantastic facility. Not just a school, not just any school, but such a fantastic facility where they push education, they push sports, they have great infrastructure, and I believe this is a pollution-free zone. What else do you need? You come from Mumbai, you breathe fresh air, you know. I mean, growing up, I grew up in Bangalore, and at that time it was really clean and beautiful. So, Fulbari, when I was driving through, reminds me a little of my young days when I was growing up in Bangalore, because it was just lots of open land and lots of space, and that's what you have here, which is very commendable. So I'm happy to be here and happy to interact with the students, and thank you for having me here.
नागालैंड सरकार टियर 500 सैटरडे वीकली लॉटरी पहिलो पुरस्कार 2.5 करोड़ ग्यारंटी और धेरै आकर्षक पुरस्कार टिकट 500 रुपया ड्रॉ 11 नवंबर पहिलो पुरस्कार केवल बिक्री भएका टिकटबाट डियर राखी बम्पर 2023 लटरीमा 2.5 करोड़ विजेता सुनीता नागपाल के तपाई हुनुहुन्छ यसपालि करोडपति।
सिलगढीका 35 वर्ष पुरानो साथै एउटा विश्वासिने नाम हिमालयन क्यान फर्निचर। अट्र्याक्टिभ क्यान फर्निचरको साथ तपाईहरूको घर, अफिस, होटल, स्कुल अनि आउटडोर फर्निचरको एक मात्र कम्प्लिट सल्युसन। हिमालयन क्यान फर्निचर क्रिस्टल, कर्ल अन, सोफा वर्ल्ड, टाटा स्टिल, फेदरलाइट अनि अब्सेसन जस्तै धेरै नामी दामी ब्रान्ड्सको फर्निचर देखिनको लिएर फर्निशिङको निम्ति आजै आउनुहोस् हिमालयन क्यान फर्निचर। 0% इन्ट्रेस्टमा इजी EMI को सुविधा पनि उपलब्ध छ र साथै पूजा अफर अवसरको लाभ उठाउनुहोस्। हिमालयन क्यान फर्निचर, हिलकार्ट रोड, नियर विश्वदीप सिनेमा, सिलगढी।
फैमिली रेडी? राजू मामा थोड़ा लेफ्ट। हाँ। वो फील नहीं आ रहा। वेट। अब फील आया।
अब घर लाओ त्योहार का फील रॉयल ओक फर्नीचर के साथ। विजिट दी रॉयल ओक स्टोर टुडे।
যদি বাম লাগানো আপনার জন্য নরমাল হয় তাহলে হতে পারে আপনার হাড়ের শক্তি নরমাল নয়। উপর থেকে কিছু লাগালে ভেতর থেকে হাড়ের শক্তি কিভাবে বাড়বে? তাই নতুন হরলিক্স উইমেন্স প্লাস, যা ক্যালসিয়াম আর ভিটামিন ডি এর 100% ডেইলি রিকোয়ারমেন্ট পূরণ করে আর 6 মাসে হাড়ের শক্তি আরো ভালো করে।